Hi again, this is Rick with AmazingAccuracy.com, and today is August 1st, 2017. It is currently 12:43 p.m. Chicago time. Well, you can tell by the time and the date that trading is currently in session. Okay, we haven't closed the end of the day yet, so today's price bar, of course, is not going to be fully completed. I'll get to that in a second. But right now, we're looking at a weekly chart of the Australian dollar. You can see the W is clicked here. Australian dollar is shown here. And each one of these price bars then, of course, represents one complete trading week. That would be from Monday to Friday. And each bar is dated, of course, using the date of Friday. So last week's price bar, which I have highlighted right here, which is the very top so far, was week ending July 28th, which was last Friday. Now, this week's price bar is still forming. You can see that's the last price bar you see here, and currently it is an inside bar. Inside meaning that it has a lower high than the previous week and a higher low than the previous week. It is inside the range of the previous week bar. Now, today is only Tuesday. This bar so far only represents Monday, which is yesterday, because this is an end of day chart program. So we don't have data for today just yet. So we're looking at the data as of yesterday. So this price bar you see right here, which represents this week, which is week ending August 4th being this coming Friday, today being August 1st, is not fully formed. Okay. What we're doing is we're anticipating something happening in the market, and that's why I'm making this video, because that's what I do. I anticipate what the market is most likely going to do in the near future with a high percent probability. Okay, I shoot for 80, 90% before, I'm going to open my mouth on something. Okay. This red diamond you see down here, for those of you who watch my videos, you already know what this is. So for the benefit of those who are watching it for the first time, this represents a weekly forecast for a weekly swing like a swing top or swing bottom. So for example, a swing top would be a price bar that has a higher high than the previous bar, and then is followed by price bars that make lower lows without going above that high. So that would be a swing top high right there, for example. Here's a swing bottom low. Then you move up, here's a swing top, swing bottom all the way up here. And then that's nothing so far, because that's what I'm talking to you about, is that I'm anticipating that we're looking at a high probability swing top to occur for last week's high. This week's high at the latest, because that would be one bar late, and we do allow one bar off. But I really like the way the daily chart looks, which I'm going to show you in a second. So we're going to assume, for the sake of this video, right now we're anticipating last week's high to hold. And this red diamond is telling us that now is the time to look for a weekly swing top. Now we can couple that with indicators and other tools. For example, you see this green zone here. This is a weekly overbought zone. Okay, this indicator is built into my provisions charting software that is provided to our premium members in the membership. When prices go into these overbought areas, this is where you will often see trend changes for price to top and go down. And the reverse, of course, in these overbought zones, as you can see right here, is in this oversold zone, this oversold zone, and this is an overbought zone. Okay. So right now we're in short-term overbought. This is a 4-week overbought zone here. This is an 8-week overbought, and this is a 16-week. You can see it's two different colors there. But right now, the short-term overbought, we're looking for a correction, and it makes sense for short-term anyway, because we have a weekly coming up 2-3 weeks from now for it to reverse again. So for right now, we're looking for a weekly swing top to likely be forming at this time, because of this weekly F date forecast, this red diamond you see here. Going to the daily chart, we can see that right here is last Thursday, July 27th, the high, the daily high, entered the daily overbought zone. That was one thing that automatically puts up a flag. Then the second thing is that it occurs within the red diamond you see here, which it confirmed as a swing top. It's currently holding as the weekly top, so that's pretty good. We're now one bar, which today is 8-1 right here, and this is not fully developed yet. I just typed the prices in manually so you can see the price bar. At the end of the day, I will download data from my data supplier, and the full bar of today's trading will show up here. But so far, it is looking like it is producing what could be a potential lower swing top. Okay, now what am I talking about for those new to watching my video? This is the swing top, this right here, the weekly swing top. And we've already seen on the weekly chart, that's that bar right there last week. Now, we can see that this week, here's Monday, yesterday, and here's Tuesday, prices have moved up, making now today a higher high than the previous bar, which now makes this bar today a possible swing top. And all it would need is bars following it to move lower to confirm it, but yet the high is lower than the weekly swing top high. So not only are we expecting a potential weekly swing top on the weekly chart because of the F date, but the daily F date, we are also expecting a swing top in this case because prices are making higher highs in the presence of this daily forecast, and yet that high is not higher than that weekly high, putting us in a position of what we call a pre-confirmation sell setup. It's called a pre-confirmation because normally our sell setups are based on these potential lower swing tops following a confirmed weekly swing top. This is not a confirmed weekly swing top. This is a possible weekly swing top. It has yet to confirm. We think it will. If that's the case, we're jumping the gun here on a sell setup, which is the whole point of a pre-confirmation sell setup. It's a higher risk, but we're anticipating that if this confirms as a swing top for this current F date, that means the following days prices start to now move lower, it's going to definitely confirm the weekly swing top that we're anticipating. Thus, you're already in the trade, just kind of got to jump on the weekly swing top rather than waiting for the weekly swing top to confirm first before you start selling off of these lower swing tops. I hope that makes sense. Normally, it takes time to learn how these formations work using F dates, but I'm trying to give you a little bit at a time in all these videos so that you can understand how these buy and sell setups are found, these very high probability setups. So the whole thing here is, at the end of the day, when this price bar is finished, let's assume it finishes looking somewhat like what it does right now, because it's currently almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So we got like 3 more hours left of trading, for example, for the day session, okay, in currencies. So let's say it finishes something like this, where this higher high price bar, and it's higher high again, why? Because the high is higher than yesterday's high. So today is a higher high than yesterday. However, if this was to be a swing top, it would be a swing top that's lower than this swing top that's already confirmed. See, here's a higher high bar followed by a lower low bar. That's a confirmed swing top. And these both occurred within this last F date here last week. So now we're in this F date. We have a potential lower swing top. What you would do is that if you were going to, let's say, and this is, I'm not giving trading advice. Please understand that. I'm giving you educational advice. If confirming this as a lower swing top means that prices need to go below this low, where would be the logical entry for a sell if you're anticipating a weekly swing top based on this formation? And it would obviously be selling below the low of the setup bar. Because once prices go below that low, it has confirmed as a lower swing top in relation to the previous daily swing top. And by virtue of doing this, you get low enough here, you're going to also end up confirming that price bar as a weekly swing top, which I anticipate is highly likely going to happen. So this whole video is a forecast to expect that the Australian dollar, based on the weekly and daily, I'm expecting prices to start declining in the Australian dollar off of this pre-confirmation sell setup. So as of tomorrow, if prices at any time starting after today breaks below this low, which is currently for September 7956, but I don't know what it's going to be at the end of today, so don't hold it at that price. But whatever the low is today for August 1st, if prices break below today's low and this high remains unexceeded, nothing goes higher than this, we would have confirmed the pattern that we want for selling this market. So I am bearish the Australian dollar short term based on this formation here, and my downside objective in time would be towards the next weekly turn date. At the very least, I would expect a 2-week drop, but it can go to 4-week because it would be within 1 bar of this next weekly turn date, which is shown here to be week ending August 18th. Okay, so in summary, I'm bearish the Australian dollar short term for the next couple of weeks. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already so that you can get these videos in a timely manner. You may want to click that little bell next to subscribe so that way you're notified, because not all videos you will be notified on unless you click that little bell. That's a new thing YouTube did some months ago. Okay, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.